This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
As we know them today about the officer-involved shooting that occurred on Monday, March 14th, 2022. This is officer-involved shooting number 4 for 2022, non-fatal number 2. At the same time last year, we were at 3 officer-involved shootings, with 2 of those being non-fatal. This event was initiated as a fight call at 12:01 p.m. on March 14th, 2022. The officer-involved shooting occurred in the 1500 block of North Main Street, Las Vegas, 89101, which is the downtown area command. You can see the scene to my left on the screen. The involved officer is Lieutenant Raul Rodriguez. He is 47 years old and has been with LVMPD since 1999. In this incident, Lieutenant Rodriguez was armed with a Glock 21C 45 caliber handgun equipped with a tactical light. The investigation revealed he fired 3 rounds during this incident. He is assigned to the Tourist Safety Division, Downtown Area Command. The suspect has been identified as Hector Oswaldo Orellana. He is a 26-year-old Hispanic male adult, 6'1", 200 pounds. He is pictured to my left. Orellana was using a pen as a weapon. Orellana's charges were assault with a deadly weapon on a protected person, resisting a public officer with a deadly weapon, battery on a protected person. Before I read you the details of the officer-involved shooting, I will clarify a few things. Per LVMPD policy, lieutenants and above do not get assigned body-worn cameras. Therefore, there will be no body-worn camera shown today. Also, Lieutenant Rodriguez is assigned as the administrative lieutenant for the Downtown Area Command. Lieutenant Rodriguez was in an unmarked police vehicle during this incident. He was wearing the standard LVMPD tan uniform, identifying him as a police officer. The details of this officer-involved shooting are as follows. On Monday, March 14th, 2022, Lieutenant Raul Rodriguez was driving his police vehicle northbound on Main Street. At approximately 12:01, he noticed 2 males in a physical altercation directly in front of the business located at the 1500 block of North Main Street. One of those males was later identified as Hector Oswaldo Orellana. Lieutenant Rodriguez stopped his vehicle, walked over to the 2 males, and ordered them to stop fighting. Orellana immediately attacked Lieutenant Rodriguez by closing the distance and kicking him. Lieutenant Rodriguez deployed his expandable straight baton and started to walk backwards, attempting to create distance between himself and Orellana. As Lieutenant Rodriguez was creating distance, he called for additional officers to further de-escalate the situation. Orellana pulled an item out of his pants pocket and held it in his hand as if it was a weapon. Lieutenant Rodriguez continued to walk backwards while ordering Orellana to back off. Orellana ignored those commands and ran towards Lieutenant Rodriguez while holding the item in his hand. As Lieutenant Rodriguez was walking backwards, he lost his footing and fell to the ground. Orellana was able to quickly close the distance and was now standing at Lieutenant Rodriguez's feet with the item in his hand. Lieutenant Rodriguez then discharged his firearm, striking Orellana. Additional officers arrived and were able to take Orellana into custody without further incident. Medical personnel responded and transported Orellana to UMC, where he was treated for his injuries. Orellana was released from UMC and has been booked into CCDC for the aforementioned charges. The investigation revealed that the item that Orellana was armed with was a pen. I will now play for you the radio traffic of the OIS, and after that I will show you surveillance video. We obtained this video from Catholic Charities. You can see the camera locations on the map to my left, those cameras have the ability to zoom in, and they did in this case. They're not fixed. Here's the radio traffic.
Can you put Metro 324 PD back on channel? Can you put me out at a 416, two males and a 416 in front of main and foremaster? Break. By the marshal's dispatch, who drove right by them and blew his air horn and kept driving while they're fighting. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to unmark.
Copy that. 2 Charlie 4 star this way. Main and foremaster.
I can head that way.
9 Victor 2.
Pro 324, send units, code 3, 416, break. Drop it! Or you're gonna get shot!
Minus cover this channel. Main and foremaster 416. Units being rock code.
324, get back! You're gonna get shot! Who's got a danger? Control 324, shots fired. Start medical.
Copy.
Control 324, he's not down. I don't know where I struck him. He's still holding a metal object or something in his hand.
Here's the first video. This is Lieutenant Rodriguez in the black Impala. This is a different angle. And that's just a still picture of him with something in his hand. You can't really make out what it is. This concludes our briefing. Is there any questions? Go ahead.
Can you tell us how your officer is? It looked like he took a kind of hard fall for it.
So he was transported to UMC for bumps and bruises. However, he is following up now with another doctor to see exactly how he is. I talked to him this afternoon. He's actually at the doctor's office right now.
Who were the gentlemen in the booth?
So that was security from Allied Security, and they work at the building across the street, which is the City of Las Vegas building, the Recuperative Care Center. So when they had a place to put homeless people during COVID, after they got released for the hospital, but they didn't want them going back to the rest of the community. So that's what that building is.
Was Oriana homeless himself?
Transient, yes, unhoused.
Did you talk to the other man involved in the fight? Do you know where
We haven't been able to locate him, but we're still trying to find him.
And it was 3 rounds. One struck Oriana,
One struck Oriana in the leg.
and then what happened to the 2 rounds?
We recovered the casings and 2 of the bullets, but we don't know where the third one went, but they've been recovered.
This did happen very quickly. Was it almost impossible for the lieutenant to tell what was in his hand?
So that's a good question, because the lieutenant, if we played a little bit more of the radio traffic, he describes it as a screwdriver, and then another point he says a metal object. One of the witnesses described it as a shank, and so it was really hard to tell what it was, but we found out afterwards it's a pen. All right, thank you, everybody. Appreciate you all coming. Happy St. Patrick's Day. That's not part of the brief.
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.